boy with the kindest heart you could imagine. He wasn't rich, he wasn't special, but he had one habit. He always helped everyone. Every morning, Leo woke up early. He cleaned the room. He helped his little sister. He packed everyone's things, even when he was late. At school, he shared his lunch. He picked up things others dropped. If someone needed help, Leo was already there. Slowly, people got used to his kindness. They stopped asking and started expecting. Leo will do it. Leo won't say no. And Leo never did. But inside, Leo was tired. He wanted to play. He wanted to rest. He wanted someone to ask him, "Are you okay?" But he kept smiling, because that's what kind kids do, right? One day, Leo dropped his books. No one stopped, no one helped. He bent down, picked them up alone, and for the first time, his eyes filled with tears. Not because the books fell, but because no one noticed him. A teacher saw everything. She sat next to Leo and said softly, "You don't have to help everyone all the time. Your heart matters too." That moment changed something inside Leo. Leo still stayed kind, but he learned something new. He learned to rest. He learned to say no. He learned that kindness should never hurt you. Kindness is beautiful, but forgetting yourself is not. Be kind, but never disappear while helping others.
Everyone ignored Leo, and no one noticed his smile was fading. Leo was a very kind boy, but he was quiet and very shy. When people ignored him, Leo slowly stopped believing in himself. One day, his mother noticed his silence and taught him one tiny habit. Every morning, Leo looked in the mirror and said, "I am kind. I am brave." At first, nothing seemed different, but inside Leo, something was changing. Leo started smiling again, and people began to notice him. Soon, other children came closer, and Leo was no longer alone. A tiny habit gave Leo his smile back. Never underestimate the power of a small habit.
Everyone judged him without knowing his story. They laughed while he stayed silent. But the truth was, he was fighting a pain no one could see. That's when they realized how wrong they were. Never judge anyone too quickly. One afternoon, Leah looked out the classroom window and noticed something unusual. Without hesitation, she stepped outside to help. That's when she learned he was no ordinary gardener. He was a brilliant scientist, and he invited Laya to be part of a project that could change the world. What began as a simple act of kindness became the start of something extraordinary. Tom wanted to finish his school project, but he had nothing to work with. He felt as if he were stuck somewhere, caught in a moment, and he began to feel a little helpless too. Then suddenly, his computer screen lit up. A mysterious message appeared. It said, "You already have everything you need. Let me guide you." Using simple things from home, Tom created something amazing. But the biggest surprise wasn't the project. The AI helper was actually his classmate. In a quiet town in America, there lived a sweet and intelligent child named Leah. Leah was not only smart, but also very kind and respectful. She always listened to her parents. She loved studying and always gave her best. Her hard work made her parents proud. At school, teachers admired her intelligence and classmates looked up to her. But what made Leah special was her heart. She was always ready to help others. Everything seemed perfect until one day, something happened that changed Leah's life forever. Part 2, coming soon. This is Leo, a 5-year-old boy with a very gentle heart. One afternoon, Leo noticed something that didn't feel right. His street was covered in rubbish. People walked past every day. Some sighed. Most didn't stop. Leo didn't wait for help. He picked up a small broom and quietly began. A few people laughed. A few people stared. But Leo kept going. Then something changed. One person stopped and helped. The street looked different now. Cleaner, brighter. Leo didn't say a single word, but he reminded everyone of something important. You're never too small to make a big difference. Years later, school days were long gone. The quiet boy grew older, but his heart stayed the same. One day, Leo returned to his old school. He saw a young child sitting alone. Everyone walked past. No one stopped. Leo paused. He remembered that feeling. Hey, are you okay? Leo sat beside him and smiled because he knew one small act of kindness can change a life. Kindness doesn't end, it lives on. The next day, everything felt different. The boy who was once ignored was now being watched. The same students who laughed before stood silent. The boy he helped yesterday walked up to him.
Why did you help me?
Why did you help me when no one else did?
Because I know how it feels.
The quiet boy smiled and said, because I know how it feels. Everyone in school laughed at him. They called him weak, invisible. He never fought back, never complained, he just stayed quiet. Teachers thought he didn't care. Students thought he didn't matter. But on the last day of school, something unexpected happened. When the class bully fell and got hurt, everyone walked past. The weak boy stopped and helped him up. That day, everyone realized strength isn't loud. Kindness is power. For more stories that change hearts. They thought his silence was weakness. But every night, he was building his dream. He stepped forward when no one expected him. And then he sang. Silence turned into applause. Hidden talent always shines.
You know, sometimes I feel like they hear everything we say, even when we think they're not listening. They thought Leo was too young to understand. But silence doesn't mean emptiness. Sometimes love speaks through actions.
If you fight, my home breaks.
that day, adults learned from a child.
Leo was a sweet little boy who was always in a hurry. One morning, he left home without brushing his teeth. At school, his friends stepped back, and Leo felt sad. His teacher gently said, "Small habits make a big difference." The next day, Leo brushed his teeth and smiled with confidence. Small habits create big futures.
Remember to subscribe to my channel. Hi, my name is Ruhan, and you're the best little pal. I am so happy to have you with me today. Remember to subscribe to my channel, it would really help me out, and I promise to keep making fun and exciting videos for everyone to enjoy.
In every classroom, there's one child who speaks less than others. Ethan was that child. While others laughed and raised their hands, he stayed quiet, watching, listening. People thought silence meant weakness. But one day, when a younger student fell and started crying, Ethan stood up. He helped him, comforted him, and stayed until the tears were gone. That's when everyone understood the truth. Silence isn't emptiness. Sometimes it's strength.